Hi everyone, my name is Karina. Today I want to talk about how to build your resume and some mistakes that people commonly make. Your resume is your first impression to an employer, so you want to make sure that there are no mistakes in your resume and that it is as good as possible. Because the better your resume is, the more likely you will get hired and compared to other applicants. One thing, the first mistake is not tailoring your resume to the jobs that you're applying for. So, for example, if you are applying to jobs that are medical related, you want to make sure that you are mentioning skills that are medical related or experience that is more relevant to a medical related job. And so that's just an example, but you want to make sure that it's a reflection, your resume is a reflection of the skills and the experience that you have for that specific job. And that'll just show that you are an ideal candidate. The second mistake that people make is using outdated or inappropriate format. You want to make sure that the resume is not overly complicated nor overly simple. You want to just make sure that you're using modern and professional format. There are lots of templates online available, and you just want to make sure that it's not too complicated. A lot of times people end up just wanting to make sure that their resume looks good, but it is quality. You want to make sure that things that you're writing are of good quality rather than just how your resume looks. The next mistake is loading up on unnecessary information. So you want to stick to relevant experience, relevant skills. For example, if you are applying for a medical related job and you have been a physical therapy aide, you have been a CNA, you have been in customer service, you want to make sure that you are putting those things like CNA and physical therapy aide, you want to make sure that you're putting those things on there because it shows that you have done patient care before. You just want to make sure that you're putting the right information on there. You don't want any information that's irrelevant, such as information that you've done or jobs that you have done a long time ago that are unrelated to the job that you're applying for now. The next mistake is failing to proofread or edit your resume. You want to make sure there's no typos, no grammar mistakes. That's a big one. You don't want to seem unprofessional or like you didn't put in the effort to complete it correctly. You can also have other people read over it to make sure, because your eyes might skim over the mistakes. The next thing is omitting your contact information, and this actually happens way more than you would expect. You want to make sure you have your name, your phone number, your email address. So just make sure you have that on there. I know for me, I have it right at the top. It's just like my name, my number, my email, and also the town that I'm in. And you just want to double check that all that information is correct. You don't want to have a wrong phone number on there. The next thing is using an unprofessional email address. So you don't really want to use your school email, maybe like the email that you have had for a long time that the address isn't really like your name. The common thing to do is to use email addresses that have your full name in it or your initials. That's a big one. If you already have a professional email address but it's associated with another account, like your personal Google account or Gmail account, then you may want to consider creating a new account, and it'll just seem way more professional and it's easier for potential employers to find you and contact you. The next mistake is lying about your qualifications or your experience. Lying on your resume, it is kind of a huge mistake because you don't want to give the wrong impression. You don't want to say you know something and then they hire you for that reason and you don't know it. Also, as for experience, you want to make sure that you are being honest about the experience that you have and how long you did it, because maybe they will contact the employer. So you don't really want to lie on it. It's better to have a slightly thinner resume than have one that's full of lies. You don't really want to fake it. Just be honest, and then you'll find the right employer, and it will all be fine. You'll be able to find an employer. And finally, the last mistake is focusing too much on duties and not enough on accomplishments. You do want to highlight your successes. You want to boast about it a little bit. It's not just about your daily tasks. So otherwise, employers may not even have ideas of what you are capable of, and they'll move on to the next candidate. So those are just a few mistakes that people make: typos, outdated information, omitting important information, making it too long, too complicated. Those are just some examples. But you want to just make sure that you are proofreading your resume, give it to other people. Here at K&G Career Academy, we do have professional resume writing service that we offer. So if you are having trouble and you are interested in getting help from K&G Career Academy, then you can definitely reach out and get the help for your resume. But I hope this video was helpful for you guys in writing your resume.